Hello everyone, Bobcat Gaming here, and welcome to my very first YouTube video. Today we're going to be doing a Let's Play of Rome 2 Total War, when we're going to be playing with the Divide et Impera and the Divide et Impera Realism mods. Now for those of you who don't know, the Divide et Impera mod is a major overhaul mod for Rome 2 Total War that adds a lot of cool new features to the game. Like for example, provinces now have a cool population statistic. And this population statistic will determine how many and what kind of troops you can recruit in any one given place or any given time. And yeah, there are a bunch of other cool features you can check out on their Steam page. There's also the Divide et Impera Realism mod, which takes a lot of the features from Divide et Impera and dials them to 11. Like for instance, one of the features is that the incomes in Divide et Impera Realism are a lot higher than in the base mod. And consequently, buildings and units are also a lot more expensive. That adds a cool new dynamic to the game, I feel. And if you, like I said, if you want to check out either of these mods, you can look them up on Steam. You can see their full features listed there. I highly recommend them. But in the meantime, today we're going to be playing as the Kingdom of Macedon. And for anyone who doesn't know, the Kingdom of Macedon are we're the true heirs of Alexander. And it's time that we prove that to the rest of the Mediterranean world by reconquering the old empire of Alexander the Great. Now, to do that, though, we have to kind of look at the map and see what our strategy is going to be. Now, obviously, the first thing we're going to want to consider is what our biggest threat is going to be. Now, in my experience, the biggest threat is almost certainly going to be Rome, right across here in the Italian peninsula. Now, Rome is very powerful militarily and economically, and they always are, very strong early game, and even late game. They have just tons of armies that are also really powerful, and we really don't want to have to fight them, especially not early on. So, the thing that I'm really going to need to do is keep Rome out of the Balkans and out of Greece in particular, and, the one major danger of Rome getting into Greece is actually Apollonia here, because the Romans are at war with the Kingdom of Epirus, which has another province here in Tarentum in the heel of Italy here. Usually what the Romans will do is they'll take this province and then they will take Apollonia, which then will give them a major foothold here in Greece. And that's really the last thing that we want to have happen. We really don't want the Romans being in this province right next door, and also the one that prevents us from getting our home province as a single united, region. So, the main thing I'm thinking of doing first is taking Apollonia, and going to war with Epirus and everything, in order to take the city and prevent the Romans from having any reason of coming here this early in the game. With that out of the way, hopefully the Romans will just stay in Italy, and then, we're going to have to go on a bit of a charm offensive with them. Get on their good side, get them to like us, maybe get a non-aggression pact and a trade agreement with us, because we'd much rather have the Romans as friends and allies rather than enemies. Because they can be very useful, especially up in the north and the Balkans up here, and against pretty much anyone in the Mediterranean. But so once we have taken Apollonia and started working our diplomatic charms on the Romans, the next obvious step is to take Larissa and finally unite our home province of Macedonia, or Macedon, as I prefer to call it. And, conquering our home province will basically allow us to set up the province how we want to, and set it up to be the most ideal province we can make it, which should give us a good financial basis for our coming campaigns, and also a good manpower pool to draw upon for our armies. And yeah, it'll just be a good starting point. After we have secured our home province here, the main thing I'm considering doing next is securing the southern flank of our burgeoning empire by subjugating Athens and Sparta. So what I'm thinking is that rather than conquering these two provinces, I'm going to make Athens a vassal state, and then use Athens to conquer Sparta, so that Athens will have both of these provinces here. And then Athens can be both a trading partner and also a tributary, giving me cash payments each turn as a vassal. And once I do that, that will really secure my southern flank. The main reason I want to do it this way is because Oftentimes, like the states of Asia Minor or the Eastern Mediterranean like to attack through like southern Greece here, and if I have Athens to cover this area with their armies, then that'll be like one less thing for me to have to worry about. And plus, with this mod especially, corruption can be a very severe problem late game, and the more vassals I have, the less difficulty that corruption will pose late game, and it'll give me extra money just in terms of, like I said, tribute and trade. And yeah, so there's a lot of benefits to making Athens and this particular region a vassal state. So, but once I have my southern flank secure, the next obvious target is going to be the north up here. We want to secure our northern border, as well as, spread our, manpower pool to have, more troops to draw upon. So in particular, we're going to expand into Thrace and into Illyricum here along the Adriatic coast. Once we do that, the next big thing that we're going to have to focus on are the barbarians of Dacia and Pannonia up here, who are probably not going to be any more friendly to us than the barbarians of these two provinces, quite frankly, but instead of conquering them, I'm also thinking of making them vassals as well. Now, the reason for that is that diplomatic relations are difficult to maintain at the best of times with this mod. So if I end up taking these provinces, it's going to be a major mission creep sort of an issue going on. So, I take these provinces, then these barbarians up north, start attacking me. I take out these barbarians, and the barbarians north of them start attacking me, and so on. It'll be like a really annoying problem. So I want to just create, some vassals up here in the northern Balkans, in Dacia and Pannonia, to act as a buffer between me and any barbarians further north, and basically allow me to divert my attentions away from the situation in the North Balkans to where the true goal is going to lie. So once I have my foothold here in Greece, Thrace, and Illyricum, and the Balkans in general, the next goal is going to be reconquering Alexander's old empire. So through Asia Minor here, into Syria, Palestine, Egypt, and into Persia, finally. And as I said, we will prove to the ancient world that we are the true heirs of Alexander, and reunite his proud, former empire. So with the plans out of the way, let's get started here. So we have our one city here, and this is not an ideal situation to be in. We do have a walled city, which is good, but it's going to be a bit difficult to expand while also keeping a hold on our home province here. So we're going to have to work a little bit carefully. But first of all, let's get things started building-wise. So I'm going to want to build this to get the economy going and to get some extra units for the garrison. I'm going to want to get this for more troops for the garrison as well. I think this gives you garrison units, I believe. Anyway, it'll also give me better units in general going forward. We could build this, but I really don't need the public order. The public order penalty, I should say. We already have pretty low public order, and this would just make it much worse. It also has squalor, so we don't have any sanitation currently, which means that if we built this, we would have negative sanitation, which would mean that there would be a higher chance of disease breaking out in the province. And we also really don't need to have, any diseases or plagues on our hand in the near future. So the next thing is obviously going to be the army. The main thing we're going to want, first of all, is some cavalry to act as, fast flanking troops. And I think some pikemen to act as like a baseline defense force. We can only recruit 3 for right now, so that'll be our limit for right now. We'll keep it there. Next, we're going to look at technology. I usually go for this one first, just because it gives a good, upkeep reduction, and I usually go for this one too, just because it's very short. I can get it done out of the way very quickly. So we're going to do that. After we do this particular tech, we're going to go mainly for the civil techs from now on. Or actually, I should say, after these first 2 techs, we're going to go after the civil techs. Now, the reason for that is obviously that, the civil techs allow you to build more advanced buildings that are, greater economic value, and You know, like as Cicero put it, I believe it was Cicero, you know, the sinews of war are infinite money. And, you know, that's very true. You need cash to pay your troops. You know, you can't have large armies without large amounts of money. So we're going to need that to be able to maintain, you know, the armies that we're going to have for the future. So we really need to have the civil texts more so than these military texts. And like, even though like these military texts are better in a purely military sense, they just really aren't all that useful early on, quite frankly. I mean, apart from like this branch, which has like, you know, some very valuable like recruitment and cost reductions and stuff from it. So like this is really the only one we would ever, you know, maybe make an exception for and maybe get some of these techs going. So yeah, but that's technology for right now. Diplomacy. Let's see if any of these guys want to trade with us.
But may Athena strike us all dumb if...
Okay, so no, they really don't like us, so no, they wouldn't trade with us.
Well,
let's try these guys.
Sit and let your word. The spirits have noticed.
I mean, I could go for this, but I don't really want a non-aggression pact with them right now. These guys really hate us. Let's try Bithynia.
Enter, friend, and speak.
Okay, no, they don't want to trade with us either.
Trade a bad idea. We do not want simple folk to be scared.
These guys all hate us. Okay, these guys actually kind of like us. Let's try them.
We will gladly listen to your
see if they'll give us a trade agreement.
Okay,
how about a non-aggression pact? Okay, they like us enough for a non-aggression pact. Alright.
Like
now, I kind of want to give these guys a non-aggression pact just because I know that one of these tribes up here is pretty much bound to attack me at some point. And so I want to at least keep them from attacking me. And if they don't attack me, if one of these other guys attacks me, I can probably call them in as an ally going forward. You know, and like maybe pay them a little bit of money to attack them, and then that keeps them preoccupied while I focus on the south here, my main strategy. Alright, so with that out of the way, the last thing we're going to do this turn is we're going to move our spy. It's going to be very important for us to meet the Romans as quickly as possible to start, you know, buttering them up diplomatically. They'll get there in like 2 turns, so we'll just have to wait for that. Alright, so with that last move, I think it's time to end the turn there. So let's see if anything happens after this first turn. Alright, so no one declared war on us, I don't think. Okay. Let's see who did get declared war on last turn. Okay, that's less than ideal. I would rather these guys stay around. The RDI usually manage to defeat most of their neighbors somehow. I don't know how. Okay, this is also less than ideal. I really don't want Athens taking out the Aetolian League down here just yet, because I'm going to need this to complete my full province here. Okay, this is actually pretty good. You know, if the Tolstobogi and the Tribalii are fighting each other up here, that means either one of them is going to be attacking me anytime soon. And this is really too far away to really bother me, so it's, you know, meaningless. Alright, let's get more units recruited here, so I'm going to get 2 more of these units just to act as some flexible spear infantry and some archers to act obviously as range units. I'm going to have these guys continue going north. Should meet the Romans in the next turn, so we'll just have to wait for that. Okay, none of these guys are really all that important. I know that these guys really don't like me this early on, so I'm not even going to try trading with them. Alright, and everything else looks like it's going fine, so, you know, real fast turn, we'll end it there. Alright, obviously first things first, we're gonna recruit some more troops. One each of these guys, I think, and another unit of archers. Alright. Finally we're gonna move our spy in range over here. Okay, good. The Etrurians are still alive. Because that is very important to my strategy here. So, let's see. Rome.
Welcome, worthy friend.
Will you make a non-aggression pact with us? No.
Rome is strong enough alone. We must decline.
How about,
but the Senate
will you
note your
pay me
offer
to
with
join you in the
due
war
respect.
against the Etrurians? Nope. A? Nope. Okay, let's see if we can just join for free. Alright, and that's... yeah, that's gonna get up our relations with the Romans, so that should be good. You know, we should be on our way there. Let's see if they'll take a non-aggression pact now. No.
Romans thrive in foreign ventures
Military?
only when
No.
such works are subject to sensible Roman direction.
Okay, so they really won't accept anything this turn. We're gonna have to wait until we can declare war on the, you know, Epirates here next turn, probably. Or the turn after that, because, like... yeah, I'm gonna want to do one more turn of recruitment, and then we'll attack Epirus here. And then once we do that, you know, we'll be able to get the Romans on even better terms with us. Okay, so but with that out of the way, we can end the turn there, and we'll be ready to attack Epirus next turn. I really hope the Aetolians aren't going to try anything here. I can see their army moving towards Pella. You know, but they're at war with the Athenians. They shouldn't... okay, of course. So it was, you know, bound to happen that one of these guys is going to attack me, so... alright, let's see what happened here. Okay, it is not good that my one non-aggression pact having barbarian friends up here got destroyed. But Etruria got destroyed as well, so that's something. Okay, this doesn't really affect me. Sort of affects me, but really too far away. I mean, we can finish our research too, so... Macedon's unhappy. So I think I'm going to recruit... no, not a spy. I'm going to recruit another general, because now we have war with these guys over here. I need something to protect my capital. I think I'll make an army of Thessalian nobles. Give them some cavalry. Put them in here. That should lower the unhappiness a bit. Just give them some decent-ish... I'll give them maybe this as a garrison. Let's get this research underway. And then let's make a deal with the Romans.
In the name of the Republic, welcome. Speak as a friend of Rome or as an enemy, but do so with honesty.
Let's see if they'll pay us for the, actually, hold on. Let's see if they'll give us a non-aggression pact first. Okay.
Jupiter be praised.
Military access? Alright, let's see if now we can get a trade agreement.
Let him bless your wise words.
Let's not try that just yet. Let's offer to join the war with Epirus. Now let's see if they will give us some money here. Let's raise that just a little bit higher. And let's see if they'll give us it for that. Okay, let's try that one more time.
Cannot turn aside all the swords of Rome or change a senator's worthy opinion.
Alright, that's a cool, 15,000 bucks from the Romans for going to war with someone we were going to go to war with anyway. And now they really like us. They're really good friends now.
You will find me a willing and
let's see if now they'll...
for your speech. Give tongue to your words.
Come on, it's free money, guys. It's better than free real estate here. Like, I don't understand why trade is so hard in this game, or at least with this mod, anyway. Let's see if we can make any new agreements with these guys.
As my people's ears and tongue. Listen. While your rhetoric is sound, the substance of your offer is
Let's offer you some
lacking.
money.
We cannot agree.
Hold on. Let's try that. How about that?
Athena has blessed you with the wisdom to speak well. She has blessed me with the wisdom to say no.
Let's try that.
Sit.
Okay, we'll hold off on that for now. I really don't want to be giving away too much money, because especially since my income is so low right now.
At your command.
Alright, but so, since that's out of the way, now let's do what we came here for. Let's take Apollonia.
Let them cower like kennel. The path is blocked.
I could do without them having elephants, but shouldn't be too bad. Let's see what happens. Okay, dry weather, that's what we like to see. I'm not entirely sure why we're so far back here, but let's move up. Okay, so since we have like this narrow passageway here, I think I'm going to put my pikemen here. They'll act as like a sort of a, make this into a sort of choke point. And we'll give them the support of the missile troops. The idea being to bait the enemy into attacking us up here by having our missile troops pepper them, and either they stand around and get killed by the missiles coming at them, or they come over and attack our pikes, which is what our pikes do best, is fight people trying to attack them. Alright, so we're going to put our regular infantry over here. And we're going to do the same thing, like we're going to put them in this gap over here. And our cavalry will go here, so they can go through this gap and either help the spearmen or help the pikemen over here by hitting the enemy from behind, and yeah, we're good to go. Let's move everybody up. Let's move these guys up. And let's speed things up, because, you know, we don't want to spend too much time just watching things happen. You know, I do not like that these missile troops are hitting my guys, but well, there's nothing to do about it right this minute. They're kind of guarded by these spear troops over here. Alright, yeah, these guys are some heavy... Oh, these are the pikemen. Okay, yeah, we know we want the archers to weaken them, especially, because they're really the only guys who can counter my pikes up here. Before I forget, let's put their pikes down. Let's get these guys fouling stuff. That should help against these. I guess they're either archers or slingers. Slingers. Okay, so slingers aren't that bad. So the elephants we're going to want to watch out for too here. Alright, these guys are getting wiped out pretty well. Alright, so I think I'm going to kind of attack with these guys. Let's move them up. Alright, their pikes are pretty much done. So next, let's hit... I guess we'll aim for these guys. Okay, their elephants are on the move here. Let's get these guys fouling stuff. Move up the cavalry here. Okay, their elephants are running into their own troops here, so that's okay, I guess. We're going to send in my javelin cavalry to hit them. We're going to send in our cavalry to hit the archers up here, or slingers, I guess. We're gonna start moving up our pikemen to engage these guys. You guys can run, you know, and help your fellow troops over there.
Our general is under attack.
Well, so are these archers, so that makes up for it. Okay, yeah, these elephants are getting taken out pretty quick. And my spearmen have, like, taken no catches. I think it's because they hit their own troops, basically. Now that we've routed most of their... I guess we have these guys yet to rout.
Attack that position! Attack, you sons of Ares! We await your command!
Okay, let's hit these guys from behind. Help out our guys over here.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Run, shield pikes! General! Pikemen, ready for orders! And forward! Obliges ready! Happy to serve the people! Companion cavalry! Run, shield pikes!
Alright, things are going pretty well.
Companion cavalry!
Let's take out the last of these archers over here. Let's attack some of these guys over here. Let's not have our light skirmish cavalry hit those heavy pikemen.
Pike infantry ready. Quick march. Orders. Attack quickly now. Orders.
Run shield pikes!
Okay, now they're...
General!
I said go after them, go ahead.
Run shield pikes!
Their general is entering the fray against, I guess, my spearmen?
Macedon.
Can't tell.
Up, British! At your service! Pikes ready! Ready!
In any case, let's hit them from behind with our light cavalry. Yeah, these guys are getting run down.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Yeah, it won't be long now.
Orders. And forward. Advance at speed.
Yours to command! Yours to command!
Okay, those guys finally broke. Let's bring them back around here.
Run shield
Probably won't
pikes!
arrive in time, but, you know, they might get to do something.
Pikemen, ready for orders!
Ready.
By your command! Ready for orders!
Alright, and the battle is won. Let's end it there. Those are some pretty decent casualties right there. And by that I mean we didn't suffer too badly there. Nothing that like a turn or two won't fix. And I guess we're up against Pyrrhus. So Pyrrhus is now out of the way. Poor Pyrrhus. Alright, I think I'll just occupy the province.
Commander!
And we got some Imperium. Alright. And we met Carthage and Syracuse, it looks like. The Romans should like us for having attacked the Epirates, so let's see if... Of course, they won't give us a trade agreement. Oh well, let's check out our new province here. Gonna upgrade this. I'm gonna demolish this because we already have the one in Pella. And I think we're gonna upgrade this to a level 2 because I want to convert the one in Pella to this military wharf when we get the chance. So obviously not now, but you know, later. And I want to be able to use this as sort of you know, a makeup for this one once we change this one over. We have squalor here. I'm not entirely sure why we have so much squalor. It's not any of these buildings. Yeah, oh well. We probably won't need to stay for long. We probably can't stay for long because we're going to have to attack the Aetolians next year.
Ready for battle!
I'm also going to raise a fleet, I think, just because we need extra garrisoning force. Let's make them local Hellenistic faction.
Your orders!
Put you guys in here.
Support!
Give you an extra boat, just to prevent Epirus from sending any troops across here while we focus on the Aetolians. Got the Romans over here. Let's talk to... I'm not sure if we talk to Massalia this turn. Let's see if they'll give us any better terms.
I am honored to receive you and look forward. You speak
Okay, let's
well
try
and
giving
with
them a little bit
conviction.
more cash.
Unfortunately, what you say is like a trireme.
Okay, guys, this is the last of my cash here. He still won't accept it.
Means that I must refuse your offer, although I did enjoy your advocacy.
Okay, it looks like we're just gonna have to wait for Rome to go to war with more people. And then we can join their wars, basically. That's probably not gonna take too long. Because, you know, the Romans declare war on everybody. Alright, but we got things going here. You know, we made some good progress. I think we'll call it a day there, guys. So, you know, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more. I don't know what else to say at the end of these videos. You know, like I said, this is my very first YouTube video, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think about my strategy, and if you have any tips or suggestions you'd like to offer. And yeah, I look forward to seeing your comments. Look forward to seeing you around the channel. I'll see you guys later.